Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley shares update without facial protection following WWE Raw. Rhea Ripley shared an update on social media today without the protective mask she wore during her surprise return on this past Monday's edition of WWE Raw. Ripley was recently out of action due to a fractured orbital bone, but will return to the ring at WWE Survivor Series, War Games 2024. Following this week's episode of Raw, Rhea Ripley took to her Instagram to share a couple of photos of herself without the protective mask she wore on Monday night. You can check out the pictures in the image below or on her Instagram story by clicking here. The Eradicator surprisingly returned on Raw and shouted "War Games" before attacking Women's World Champion Liv Morgan. The 28-year-old will be teaming up with Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Io Sky, and Naomi to battle Morgan, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae, and Raquel Rodriguez in a Women's War Games match at Survivor Series on November 30. Wrestling legend Vince Russo recently shared his thoughts on Rhea Ripley's return during this past Monday's edition of WWE Raw. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw show, Russo claimed that the segment was predictable, and everyone knew it was going to lead to a War Games match at Survivor Series. The veteran noted that last week's SmackDown ended similarly and had grown tired of WWE's repetitiveness. Everybody and their grandma were out there to have a big brawl to lead into freaking War Games. This is the exact way. I think was it SmackDown that ended this way. Bro, I am so tired of the repeat. The repeat. They already played this. They're trying to get this War Games booking in a matter of 2 weeks. So just put all the girls out there and have them brawl. It's the simplest way to do that. From 44-19 onwards. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan have been involved in a bitter rivalry for months on Raw. It will be interesting to see if Ripley will get another chance to challenge for the Women's World Championship moving forward. In the world of professional wrestling, the line between reality and entertainment is often blurred, but the physical demands placed on athletes are undeniable. WWE superstar Rhea Ripley, known for her powerhouse persona and unyielding strength, recently offered fans a personal update that showcases not only her resilience, but also her undeniable presence in the wrestling world. After a grueling match on WWE Raw, Ripley shared a heartfelt update with her followers, marking a significant moment in her journey. What made this update stand out wasn't just the message itself, but the striking image. Rhea Ripley without the facial protection she had been wearing in the aftermath of a brutal injury. Rhea Ripley's rise to prominence in WWE has been meteoric, characterized by her unrelenting style and a fierce dedication to her craft. As a dominant figure on the women's roster, Ripley quickly made her mark with her impressive physique, intimidating presence, and a ferocious in-ring style. However, the path to greatness in professional wrestling is not without its hurdles, and Ripley has faced her share of injuries along the way. The injury that would become the focal point of Ripley's recent social media post occurred during a high-stakes match, where Ripley was engaged in intense competition. The nature of the sport means that athletes put their bodies on the line for the sake of entertaining their fans, often sustaining injuries in the process. This time, it was a facial injury that required Ripley to wear protective gear, which sparked a wave of concern from fans who were used to seeing their powerhouse performer in full force. While the specifics of the injury were kept under wraps for a period, Ripley's decision to wear facial protection served as a constant reminder of the physical toll professional wrestling can take. It was a clear sign that Ripley's body, while resilient, had taken a hit, and she needed time to recover. For many fans, seeing Ripley in protective gear was a stark contrast to her usual look, where her fierce attitude and natural beauty dominate the spotlight. Fast forward to a few days after WWE Raw, and Ripley took to social media to provide an update. What caught the attention of her followers, however, wasn't just the information about her recovery. It was the fact that she shared this update without the facial protection that had become synonymous with her recent struggles. In the image shared by Ripley, she is seen without any bandages or facial guards, her face revealed in its full glory. The juxtaposition between the fierce warrior we know and love and the vulnerability shown in her unguarded moment sent a powerful message to her audience. Ripley's fans immediately noticed the significance of this update. It wasn't just a simple selfie, it was a visual representation of healing, strength, in the process of regaining one's footing after a setback. This moment was undoubtedly one of empowerment. Ripley, in all her raw and unfiltered glory, was showing the world that not even a serious injury could break her spirit. Her facial protection had been a symbol of caution, a necessary safeguard as she recovered from the injury. But now, with her injury healing and her confidence soaring, Ripley was ready to face the world as the unflinching competitor she's always been. The image showcased her authenticity, offering a rare glimpse into the vulnerability of a superstar who had spent months building a reputation as one of WWE's most dominant forces. Ripley's update without facial protection is not only about the physical aspect of healing, but also a reminder of the mental and emotional strength required to overcome adversity. In the world of professional wrestling, athletes are often forced to put on a mask, whether literal or figurative, to shield themselves from the pressures and pains they experience. The industry demands toughness, both in and out of the ring, and the ability to push through injuries is something that is widely celebrated. However, this post was a reminder that even the toughest wrestlers are human. Ripley's decision to share her recovery journey with fans speaks volumes about her mental fortitude. In many ways, her vulnerability in this moment makes her even stronger. It's a reminder to her fans that strength doesn't just come from the physical realm. It also comes from the ability to show vulnerability and grow from hardship. By sharing her update, Ripley also encourages others to embrace their own struggles. Whether in the world of professional sports or everyday life, the ability to bounce back from setbacks is a universal theme that resonates deeply with people from all walks of life. Her message is clear: resilience is not about hiding your wounds, but about acknowledging them, healing, and coming back stronger than before. Ripley's rise in WWE has been about more than just her athleticism. She has become a role model and symbol of empowerment for many fans, particularly for women who see her as a reflection of strength and confidence. Her persona as the Eradicator has broken stereotypes in wrestling, as she is not only dominating in the ring, but also reshaping the way women in professional wrestling are perceived. Ripley's decision to share her recovery process without any facial protection also sends a powerful message about self-acceptance. In a society that often places a premium on perfection, Ripley is reminding us that true power comes from being authentic and unapologetically oneself. The decision to show her face, unfiltered and unmasked, is a defiant act against the expectation that women, especially those in sports and entertainment, must always present an image of flawlessness. By choosing to reveal herself without any protective gear, Ripley reinforces the importance of body positivity and self-love. She is telling her fans that they do not have to hide their scars or imperfections, as these very things make them unique. In doing so, Ripley opens the door for greater representation in sports, where athletes can embrace their humanity and be celebrated for both their achievements and their struggles. As Rhea Ripley continues to recover and heal, her journey is far from over. This update without facial protection is just one chapter in a much larger story that will undoubtedly see Ripley overcome even greater obstacles. Whether she is stepping into the ring for another epic showdown or taking time off to recuperate, Ripley's fans know one thing for sure: she will always come back stronger. Her journey of healing is not just a physical process, but a powerful reminder of the mental and emotional strength that shaped her as an athlete and a person. Ripley has shown the world that even when faced with challenges, it's not about avoiding pain, but about embracing it and moving forward with resilience. This update without facial protection was more than just a picture. It was a declaration of strength, vulnerability, and the power of embracing one's true self. For fans, it's a moment to cheer, to celebrate the fierce competitor, and to admire the woman behind the warrior. And as Ripley continues her path, we are all reminded that sometimes strength is found in the moments of vulnerability.